It was winter. The weather was cold and stormy. Snow was falling heavily. A truck driver had loaded cargo to transport from one city to another. The snow was so intense that visibility was almost non-existent. The truck driver said, "I pulled over to the side of the road, hoping the snow would stop. I didn't turn off the engine to keep the cabin warm and avoid getting cold." Gradually, the traffic came to a halt. The engine started running poorly. It was making terrible noises. Then there was a strong jolt, followed by a clanking sound, and the engine shut off. I wasn't too worried because I knew a bit about fixing trucks. I popped the hood and started tinkering with whatever part one thought might be the issue. Then I would try to start the truck, but it wouldn't start. I thought to myself, I'm doomed. There's no one to help me, and I can't fix it myself. 2 hours passed. I was freezing. The cold had penetrated my bones. I told myself, as long as you're alive, do something. If night falls, you'll die here. I went back to the hood and tinkered some more. Then I returned to the truck's cabin, which wasn't much warmer than outside, except it wasn't snowing inside. I sat down and felt sleepy. I knew it wasn't sleep but a weakness. I was about to pass out. I knew if I passed out, I'd die. Images of my wife and children kept coming to my mind. I felt like I'd never see them again. This would be the last time I saw them. I went back to the hood and tinkered some more. Then I returned to the truck's cabin, which wasn't much warmer than outside, except it wasn't snowing inside. I sat down and felt sleepy. I knew it wasn't sleep but a weakness. I was about to pass out. I knew if I passed out, I'd die. Images of my wife and children kept coming to my mind. I felt like I'd never see them again. This would be the last time I saw them. Then I remembered something a preacher once said, "Whenever your life is in danger, say Ya Sahib al-Zaman, help me, or Ya Sahib al-Zaman, save me." I said, "My Lord, I need your help. Please come to my aid." I started repeating it. I was ashamed to talk to God because I didn't pray and was involved in a sin in my life. But feeling like it was the end, I made an honest vow to God. I said, "Oh God, I swear by your greatness that if I survive, I'll first perform my prayers on time. Secondly, I'll abandon the sin I'm accustomed to in my life. I'll leave it behind." God is my witness, in that dim light, I saw someone coming toward me through the snow. At first, I thought he was another truck driver like me, whose truck had broken down because he had a wrench in his hand. When he got closer, I rolled down the window to see what he'd say. He greeted me, and I returned the greeting. He asked if there was a problem, and I explained everything. He said, "It's nothing serious. I'll give your truck a quick fix." He said, "When I tell you, start the engine." As much as I watched, I didn't see him do anything to the engine, he just touched it. Then he said, "Try starting it." I turned the key, and it started. I thought to myself, what's the point? The truck is in such bad shape, and the weather is so awful, it'll break down again in no time. As this thought crossed my mind, he said, "Don't worry, it'll get you home." I asked, "What was the problem?" "You did an amazing job. I know my way around trucks." He said, "Whatever it was, it's over now." I said, "Let's go fix your truck too." He said, "No, thank you. I don't need your help." I had a lot of money in my pocket and said, "I'll give you as much as you want, you saved my life." He said, "Thank you, but I don't need your money." I said, "You don't want my help or my money? It would be heartless of me to leave you here." He smiled and asked, "What's the difference between an honorable man and a dishonorable one?" He was standing outside in the snow, while I was inside the truck's cabin. He wasn't angry or in a hurry, he spoke calmly and slowly. I said, "If you help an honorable driver, he'll come back and repay the favor." But if you help a dishonorable one, he won't return the favor and will just leave. I said, I'm not saying I'm honorable, but I'm not dishonorable either. With the same smile, he said, if you want to serve me, keep the vow you made. I asked, which vow? He said, the one where you promise to perform your prayers on time and quit the sin you're accustomed to in your life. I said, oh God, I made that vow in my heart. No one knew about it. I didn't tell anyone. I realized I was in the presence of the very person I had called upon for help. I wanted to throw myself out of the truck and ask for forgiveness. I wanted to apologize for not getting out of the truck earlier to meet him, as he stood outside in the snow without getting angry or impatient. In an instant, I jumped out of the truck, but he was gone. I started circling the truck, but I couldn't find him. I wept, regretting that I hadn't recognized my Lord and Master, Sahib Alzaman, sooner.